And welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League, and we have reached the end of Season 2, so that means it's time for the All-Star Game. And we have an exciting one happening here today as the Firebirds were the number one seed and the best team in the conference. I'm sorry, in the league. So they will be hosting today's matchup at Lafayette Corner. So the Yang Conference are hosting the Yin Conference All-Stars, hosted last year's game. And just a quick reminder as to how that one went down. It was a victory for the Yang Conference, a walk-off win. It ended up being Graham with the win, Reed with the loss, and Walsh with the save. Number one star was Chris Harris from the Earth Conference. That was the Foresters. Number two was Hayden Pratt, both starters. And then number 3 star was Iceman Grubbs, who ended up having the game-winning home run. So we'll see what happens in year number 2. Based on my numbers, it actually looks like the advantage goes towards the Yang Conference, as actually 8 of the top 10 are coming out of the Yang Conference, and 2 of the top 10 come from the Yin Conference, both pitchers. So we'll see how that plays a factor in today's game. I've already set everything up, so we will be hosting at Lafayette Corner. Time and weather, I'm just going to have randomized. We'll do 6 innings like we normally do with the designated hitters on, and we're going to turn off the auto runner in the extra innings. I've set the lineups as well. We'll get into them as we get started, but your leadoff hitter for the Yin Conference will be... Actually, let me get into the starting lineup now briefly, and then we'll talk about some of the stats as we get into the game. So Guy Wyatt is going to be your leadoff hitter in center field. He is coming from the Nocturnals. He's actually a rookie this year, so congratulations to the rookie getting his first appearance in the All-Stars. Everett Henson will be your number 2 hitter. He comes from the Platypi. It's a solid season from him overall. Then Pippa Noggin, you may remember that name. She's from the Swoops. This is her second All-Star appearance, and actually the only player from the Yin Conference to make her second All-Star appearance. There was only a handful, actually a total of 3 All-Stars this year that were also All-Stars last year. So we'll get into those in just a little bit. Cole Torres, another rookie from the Swampers this year, had a great season, and he'll be starting in the number 4 spot. Magnus Callahan is your DH today. He's from the Nemesis. Rodney Check will be starting at first base for the... where are you at, Rodney? From the Swoops. We have Kendrick Frown getting the start in left field for the Streamliners. We have Jason Blackwell from the Swampers. And lastly, you'll have Jesse Flubuol. That's such a weird name to say. From the Rushes, who will be getting the start at first base. Tate Nash was your number 3 player in the top 10 and the best player in the Yin Conference this year. He'll be getting the start from the Woodsmiths. So that's your lineup for the Yin All-Stars. Let's get over to the Yang All-Stars. And you'll see a couple of familiar faces here. Zeke Price will be leading off from our Tundras. He was the third All-Star, or the third player that made the All-Star team that was a rookie this year. Dimples Sexton, it will be your number 2 hitter. He is coming from the Chompers. We remember what he did to us this year. Trevor Schmidt, another nemesis of the Tundras. He'll be starting at in the 3 spot. From the Rakers, he was your MVP, offensive MVP this year. Then we have Jacques Dennis. Jacques comes from the Tundras. He is going to be starting at the in the number 4 spot this year. Harold Simpson, a former All-Star. He actually made it last year with the Woodsmiths. This year he is playing for the Firebirds. And we have Hugo Kramer. He's playing from the Burners. Silas Peichel from the Firebirds. Julio Jaramillo from the Heaters. And lastly is Brody Hickman. Brody from the Colossus. I mentioned Harold Simpson getting his second All-Star appearance. Trevor Schmidt did as well. And last year he was with the Rakers. So this is his second season with the Rakers, second time All-Star. Emmy Dixon is your #1 player overall. She is the MVP, the Cy Young winner, and the starter for the Firebirds in the Yang Conference. Let's get into this ball game. Looks like it's going to be a night game here at Lafayette Corner, home of the Firebirds. They have a few representative players, 2 starters in the lineup, and their MVP will be starting on the mound. So as we do, this is just an exhibition matchup, so we'll see how well either of these teams do before the playoffs start. D. Wyatt, the rookie from the Nocturnals, batted .405 this year with 1.139 OPS and 2 home runs. He dribbles the first pitch, he gets back to Dixon, and that's going to be an easy first out. I am realizing now I forgot to go through and set the top 10 for certain statistics. So apologies in advance that I won't have those numbers. Coming up, number 2 is Everett Henson from the Platypi, batted .439 this year. Had 2 doubles, 2 triples, 5 stolen bases, and 27 total bases. Only 1 home run this year, so a lot of extra base production from Henson. He pops up in the infield, calling it as Dixon, so she is taking charge out there for the Yin All-Stars. Pippa Noggin, her second All-Star appearance, both times with the swoops, batted .324 this year, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, and she grounds to second base. That'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Emmy Dixon, showing why she was the MVP this year. And now Tate Nash heads out to the plate. Tate with a 1.27 ERA, a .94 WHIP, and a 160 OBA, had 25 total strikeouts and 1 complete game shutout, and 21 1/3 innings for the Woodsmiths. Zeke Price comes up leading things off, had a really hot streak to end the season, ended with 5 home runs and 13 RBIs and 4 doubles. And he'll get a base hit here to start things off for the Yang All-Stars. He'll be on first base for Dimples Sexton. Dimples was the number 7, Zeke Price was number 8 in the top 10. Dimples was number 7. Ended with 7 home runs, which led the league, and 19 RBIs, 5 doubles, and 43 total bases. 43 total bases was most in the league by a wide margin. He grounds to third. It'll be checked to Blackwell, down the line to Flubel, and that'll be a double play to clear the bases. Good pitching from Nash. Trevor Schmidt, your MVP. You see the white bat there. Comes up to the plate. Was number 4 overall, 3 pitchers ahead of him, batted .432 with a 14.22 OPS, 6 home runs, and 17 RBIs for 41 total bases. 3-1 count, and he'll take a ball 4, so good eye for Schmidt. Nash frustrated with himself after giving up the walk. That'll bring up Jacques Dennis. He finished second in the offensive MVP voting, just behind Trevor Schmidt. .477 batting average, 14.33 OPS, 5 home runs, and 16 RBIs. Had 40 total bases. So a lot of offense from the Yang All-Stars, as you note. And they have the advantage over the Yin Conference. You'll see Tate Nash has the Tier 2 workhorse trait. He gets a strikeout against Dennis. And despite allowing a base hit and a walk, clears the inning pretty quickly. We'll talk a little bit about Dixon really quick, because we didn't in the last inning. A .82 ERA this year. She had .77 WHIP. She gives up a base hit here. A 177 OBA. Only 15 strikeouts, but she had 3 complete games. That's 3 complete games in 4 starts, and 2 of those were shutouts. She pitched 22 innings out of a possible 24. So an incredible outing for her this year. And you can look at her attributes and you'd be surprised that she found that much success. Pitch out there, the runner on first with the Tier 2 Stealer trait. If I'm not mistaken, I believe both teams are at Tier 2 for all of their traits, which is the first time I've seen that. This one lifted to left center field, and it is going to hang up for Hugo Kramer. Good hustle from the left fielder. Tracks that one down for out number 1. And Torres retreats back to first base. Chet comes up from the swoops this year, batting .325 with a .997 OPS, 3 home runs, and 8 RBIs. Solid season for the third baseman. He pushes one into foul territory there. And just as a reminder, some of these players did get pushed around to different positions just to make these lineups work a little bit better. Dixon with a strikeout there. And Kendrick Frown will come up. Frown from the Streamliners had a decent season, batted .295. That ball gets away from Jaramillo. Runner advances to second base, and it gets behind the second baseman as it was thrown in the dirt. Actually, that was the shortstop. And runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Frown. He had 3 home runs and 6 RBIs this year. He also had 4 doubles. So it's a solid season for him as he takes the walk. And Dixon in a bit of trouble here as Jason Blackwell comes up. The Swampers infielder had a .267 batting average, 3 home runs, and 13 RBIs. So a big RBI producer. He's given an opportunity to show that here in this at-bat. We'll see if Dixon can get out of trouble. Takes a strike. It's a 2-1 count with 2 outs. 2 on. Ball misses, and ball 4. Dixon struggling with her accuracy, walks the bases loaded, and Flubel comes up. Jesse Flubel from the Rushes had a decent season, batted .405 this year. He gets a base hit here. 1 run will come around. Bryce will come up throwing, and that will hold the runner at third. So an RBI single for Flubel. His first RBI of this game. He had 9 during the season with 5 doubles. So he comes through for his team. Now they'll see if they can get Guy Wyatt to come through. Only responsible for 7 RBIs this year, but 6 extra base hits with 4 doubles and 2 home runs. He sends one to deep right center field. Getting back to it, the wall is Price, and he'll stop just shy of the wall itself on the warning track there to catch that for out number 3. So only 1 run comes across. Despite getting the bases loaded, Dixon is able to get out of the jam. But the Yang Conference is at a deficit early. We head to the bottom of the second, and Harold Simpson comes up, his second-time All-Star. Batted .275, 1.091 OPS with 6 home runs and 11 RBIs this year. Takes the ball low, 2-1 count. Swings through strike 2. Both starters with Workhorse. I have them set as long relievers just so they'll leave the game a little bit earlier. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the Workhorse trait. Either way, nice play from Blackwell, and he's going to make it in time. I thought there's an easy single. Then it looked like he was still going to at least reach the first base despite the runner or the ball being stopped in the infield. But Blackwell with a hell of a play for out number 1. Tough luck for Simpson. And Hugo Kramer sends one to right field and deep. Oh, what a play from Everett Henson, robbing Hugo Kramer of a home run. Wow, what a play, reminiscent of was it Torrey Hunter that robbed Barry Bonds of the home run in the All-Star game in Milwaukee back in the early 2000s? As Peichel strikes out swinging. And the Firebirds not representing very well here today, despite being in their home park.
The right field, number 21.
Let me know if you have a favorite All-Star moment from the MLB All-Star game in the history. Maybe it's related to the Home Run Derby. Maybe it's the All-Star game itself. Would love to hear some of your comments down below. As Henson comes up locked in after that robbery. He falls behind 1-2. Dixon getting tired. She drops the curveball into the top of the zone, freezing Henson for strike 3 looking. And now Pippa Noggin will come up. She's 0 for 1 today. Takes the ball low. We'll see how long Dixon goes before she passes the ball to the bullpen. Checking and holding there for ball 2. And Dixon gives up a base hit up the middle. So another runner aboard for the All-Stars. They've had a lot of traffic on the base paths. Only 1 run as a result, though. Cole Torres with a base hit already today. I don't know if he was the one that ended up scoring in that last inning. Torres batted .380 on the year. 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, 8 doubles. That might be the league lead for doubles. It doesn't get tracked in this game, though. And a liner right to Schmidt. He actually gets it on the short hop. And Dennis coming around gets the double play to end the inning. So huge defense from the infield. Jacques Dennis used to playing first. Being shifted over to second base, does a good job of turning two there. And Julio Jaramillo comes up from the catcher spot. Julio made it to the All-Star game due to his bat, batting .314, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, and 3 doubles this season. Had a 1072 OPS. And facing off against Nash for the first time in his career. 2-2 count and pulled foul. We'll do it again. Nash locked in. And Jaramillo sends one deep center field, carrying. That one's got a chance up against the wall. And almost another robbery as Jaramillo ties this game with a deep shot to dead center field. One of the hardest places to hit the ball. It goes 4-13. And the Yang All-Stars are back in this one. Julio Jaramillo showing some representation for the Heaters this year. And he puts his team back in the driver's seat as Hickman comes up, the number 9 hitter from the Colossus, batted .372 with a 1158 OPS, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs. And he bloops one over third base. It gets down into the corner. Rounding first and will hold as Frown has a decent arm. And we have another runner aboard for Zeke Price, who's 1 for 1 with a single.
Zeke.
He'll be excited to know his his fastball hitter trade is now at tier 2 versus the tier 1 that it is with the Tundras. Nash over 40 pitches now. Fouling one off, and it's a 1-1 count to Price. Takes the ball low. No clutch trade activated here. Checks on the slider for strike 2. 2-2 count, nobody out. And fouled straight back, just missed that one. Takes the ball outside, it's full. Infield a double play depth. And Zeke Price sends one to right center field. That's going to get down. It's going to hit the wall there as it bounces around. Guy Wyatt comes up throwing, rounding third, and will hold is Hickman, stopping at third base on the double from Zeke Price. And he does his job. He passes it to the number 2 hitter, Dimple Sexton, and he'll have to face off against Reef Finley, the nemesis starter. Didn't have a great year ERA-wise. And he allows the base hit up the middle. Zeke rounds third, will stop. I think he could have scored there, but Dimples comes through. Reef Finley from the nemesis, his first time All-Star appearance, had a 7.43 ERA, but that definitely skews the numbers as he had a 150 whip, a 235 OBA, 9 strikeouts in 13 1/3 innings, and he gets the runner caught in a rundown here between third and home. Zeke got a little ambitious. We'll see if he's able to get out of it, and he won't. Reef Finley is able to get the tag, and he gets bailed out. What was that? Number 3 hitter Trevor Schmidt only comes through with a ground out. Fielder's choice, 2 on, 1 out for Jacques Dennis, who's 0 for 1. He lofts one, pulls foul. Misses one there. It's 1-2. And right to Blackwell. Good reaction from Sexton as he is able to get back to second easily. Harold Simpson comes up 0 for 1. 2 on, 2 outs. The Yang already scored twice here in this inning. Reef Finley taking advantage of his tier 2 rally stopper trait. Big Hack activates for Simpson. He'll take it as a ball. It'll stay activated for him. 3-0, pops foul. And takes strike 2, so full count. Runners will take off with 2 outs. And he swings through strike 3, 101 on the gun for Finley. He's able to get out of the jam. Give me one moment, everyone.
Give them a wedgie for a free slice of sushi poutine. Now batting, designated hitter, number 25, Magnus Callahan.
So Magnus Callahan comes up 0 for 1 today from the DH spot for the Yin Conference, and he'll make it 0 for 2.
Number 20, Rodney Check.
Rodney Check comes up 0 for 1. I don't remember if I had mentioned him before, but he is from the Swoops. Yeah, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, and a base hit to right field. Puts a runner aboard. The Yin All-Stars trying to fight back quickly.
Number 3, Kendrick Brown.
Apologies if you can hear the dog in the background. Kedrick Frown now dealing with Tier 2 choker against Emmy Dixon, who is getting tired. Looks at a strike there. And see if she can get out of a jam. She gets a called third strike. She gets a mojo boost. Big moment there for the MVP and the Cy Young winner. Now Blackwell will come up. He already has a walk today. Tier 2 Steeler, Tier 2 choker at first base. See if they try and take off here. 2-0 count. Checks on strike one. Strike two right down the middle as well. Dixon playing with fire here as it's sent to right field. Blackwell gives it a ride, but it'll hang up right in front of the warning track to end the inning. Good response from the MVP. She's able to get out of the jam. I guess not that big of a jam, but she gets out of the jam nonetheless. And Hugo Kramer will come up. Hugo Kramer, excuse me. He almost hit a home run, I believe. Can't remember exactly what he did. He flew out. Takes a strike here. Finley gets him to pull one foul. No more rally stopper activated here. And a base hit for Kramer. Puts one on and nobody out for Silas Peichel. He's 0 for 1. I believe he struck out last time. For the Firebirds, he batted .341 with 4 home runs and 5 RBIs with 2 doubles, resulting in a .1042 OPS. A ground ball up the middle, will not make a play on it. And that'll put 2 on with nobody out. Jaramillo already came through for the Yang All-Stars once. He's 1 for 1 with the solo home run. We have a high-pressure situation here. Rally stopper is activated for Finley, who's at 20 pitches, so he is showing signs of tired. Plenty of pitchers in the bullpen that the Yin All-Stars can lean to if they need to. Swinging through strike 2, Chase is low and away. 1-2 count. Chase is strike 3 high and in. And that's the first out of the inning for the Yang All-Stars. Big out there for Finley is now a ground ball can get him out of the inning. So Hickman comes up. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Rally stopper still activated for Finley. Infield the double play depth here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 lead for the Yang All-Stars. Ball taken low. 3-0 count to Hickman. And ball 4, so that'll walk the bases loaded with only 1 out. And Zeke Price, who's 2 for 2 with a single and a double, has Tier 2 clutch activated here in a high-pressure situation. Against Rally Stopper, let's see who comes out on top. Finley showing really that he's running out of stamina here. Fouled off there on a fastball. It's a 1-2 count to Price. The Tundra All-Star trying to make a name for himself in his rookie season, and he succumbs to the pressure there as he swings through strike 3 at the top of the zone. Nice clutch curveball from Finley. That'll be the day for Finley as erstwhile East comes up to pitch for the Yin All-Stars against Sexton. East, coming from the Swordfish, had a 1.59 ERA, 1.15 whip, 2.38 OBA, and 8 strikeouts in 11 1/3 innings. And Sexton gives it a ride, but that's pulled way foul. Shatters a window into the corner there. And it's full count. Runners will take off here. And strike 3, erstwhile East comes through for the Yin All-Stars, keeping them in the ballgame with only 2 innings left to play. Big moment there for the Yang All-Stars. They could not capitalize. And Jesse Flubuel, who is 1 for 1 with the RBI single, comes back up to the plate. The second time seeing Dixon, who is still locked in. Pop foul. And another one stays foul. Dixon really working her pitch count here in this game. The MVP does not want to come out as she gets a grounder to third. Out number 1, and Guy Wyatt comes up for his 3rd at-bat. Still hitless in the All-Star game here. Dixon, I think, about to throw her 60th pitch? Yep, 60 pitches. Geez, in the All-Star game, she's just showing up everyone. Gets a swinging strike, making him look foolish. Pop foul, it gets out of play. 1-2 count. And Wyatt swings through strike 3. Another strikeout for Emmy Dixon.
Right field, number 21.
Looked like she got into a bit of trouble early.
Now batting, Royal
And Everett Henson, who already made a great play, will be replaced by Royal Finley. Royal for the Torpedoes. Decent season, batting .297 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Trevor Schmidt with a diving play, but not able to get back up and throw to first in time. That'll be an infield single for Finley. And Pippa Noggin comes up. Dixon finally gets pulled for Rana Zuniga. Ronald from the Heaters had a .225 ERA, a 106 whip, 180 opponent batting average, and 14 strikeouts in 16 innings. He immediately serves up a 2-run homer to Pippa Noggin. And that's going to be a big out, or a big home run for the Yin Conference that just took the lead back.
Number 43, Paul Torres.
Tough spot for the Yang All-Stars. Emmy Dixon probably feels like this is the reason why she didn't get pulled in that first for so long. And Zuniga finally gets the last out on a liner to Sexton. So the Yin All-Stars take the lead.
Number 6, Trevor Schmidt.
Late in this game, we have a half inning left. Or, I'm sorry, an inning and a half left. Bottom of the 5th.
That's a strike. No.
Schmidt trying to get his team going. So he swings through strike 3. So the pitching from the Yin All-Stars, they may not have made it to the All-Star team, but they are showing up for their. I'm sorry, they may not have made it into the top 10, but they are pulling through for their team. Dennis, who's 0 for 2, looking to try and see if he can find some success as he checks on strike 1. And a base hit to left field. It's going to get over the leaping glove of the shortstop. That's going to be a 1-out single for the Yang Conference, putting themselves in a good position here, and we're in max pressure. Harold Simpson, who's 0 for 2, but definitely prone to hitting a home run, pops up into foul territory and will get out of play at 6 this year. And 11 RBIs, trying to find a couple here, as that one goes foul the other way, and it's 0-2. And Erstwhile, man, what a pitching performance for him, as he gets another strikeout. And Hugo Kramer will come up. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit. No Ace Exterminator trade activated here. And Erstwhile getting a good call at the bottom of the zone. Popped up, shallow center, should hang up. And it will for Guy Wyatt, who catches that to end the inning. The Yang Conference starting to get quiet here. They missed their bases loaded opportunity just as the Yin All-Stars have. But this one's going to come down to the wire. Last year's went to extra innings. We'll see what happens in this one. Popped up, that's going to be foul. Callahan for his third at-bat. And a grounder slowly to first base. Simpson will take it, and he gets it over to Zuniga in time. That's out number 1. Zuniga still tense after that home run he allowed in the last inning. Check comes up 1 for 2 with a single. Tier 2 choker activated in a high-pressure situation. Oh, but he's not choking on that one. Zuniga serves up another meatball. And a huge, huge home run there for Rodney Check. And that one flies out of here for the Swoops All-Star. He had 3 home runs this year, and he gives his 4th home run of the year in this All-Star game. A big insurance run for the Yin All-Stars here in the top of the 6th. Let's see what Frown does with Tier 2 choker activated. They're going to keep Zuniga out there. They don't have to. There's 3 top 10 pitchers that are in the bullpen for the Yang All-Stars that they haven't turned to yet.
No, inside ball.
Full count here with 1 out to Frown. Fouls it straight back. And popped up in the infield. Getting over to that one is Trevor Schmidt. And he'll catch that for out number 2. So Blackwell, who's 0 for 1 with a walk, will come back up to the plate. Still high pressure. Zuniga still tense.
There's a strike.
Starts with a curveball for strike 1. His tier 2 elite curveball. The slider gets sent into deep left field, but it's fouled out of play. Quickly 0-2. And a ground ball diving off of the glove of the third baseman, and it will sneak into left field. Kramer will get to that one. Good attempt from the third baseman. I believe that was Brody Hickman. But unfortunately, he can't come through with it. And that'll bring us back to Jesse Flubel. First pitch ball sent deep center field. That one's going to get off the wall. Misplayed by Sexton. Rounding third and heading home. And will be sent and scores easily. Another run scores for the Yin Conference as they're breaking this one open to the top of the 6th. Second run in this inning. And 4 unanswered runs for the Yin All-Stars. They're up 5-2, and Zuniga stays out there. They're just leaving him hanging out to dry. Not really how these All-Star games should be played. Sent up, deep, high, right center field. Should be traceable by Zeke as he's up against the wall. And he finally hauls that one in, just inches away from another home run for the Yin All-Stars. But they put 2 on the board in the 6th. They're up 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll go 7, 8, 9, starting with Silas Peichel, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Erstwhile over 20 pitches, starting to show signs of wear. A ground ball goes foul. It's 1-2. See, Peichel can get on base. He almost gets hit and dodges that one 2-2. Ground ball pulled foul again. And frozen for strike 3 looking. The slider catches the outside corner. Good pitch from East. Down to 2 outs left, and Jaramillo comes up for his third at-bat. He pops up immediately to the third baseman. Easy out number 2 for Czech. And Hickman's our last chance for the Yang All-Stars. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. So he has been able to get on base each time. East is locked in. Nearing 30 pitches. 2 outs. He swings through strike 1. And he grounds to short. Torres to Flubel. And the Yin All-Stars get some revenge after an extra innings loss in the first season. They win this one pretty handily after Emmy Dixon gets pulled. Not a good outing for Ronald Zuniga. And the Yin All-Stars have to celebrate here. 5-2 victory. Taking a look at the offense for both teams. Starting with the Yang Conference, we have Price with 2 hits, Sexton with an RBI, base hit, Dennis with a single, Schmidt with a walk, the MVP only able to get on base 1 time, Kramer with a base hit, Peichel with a base hit, and then Jaramillo with a huge home run there, the solo shot. Hickman got a base hit, walked, and scored a run. So not many were able to reach base multiple times. It looked like they had just enough to get going, but unfortunately for them, the Yin All-Star offense just took off. Peppa Noggin with 2 hits, including a home run. She had 2 RBIs total. Czech had a solo home run with his 2 hits. Flubel with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. And that was all the offense that the Yin All-Stars needed. Pitching-wise, Dixon was amazing. 4 2/3, she gave up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Problem is, she came out with 2 runners on base, and Zuniga allowed all 5 runs. 2 of them were credited to Dixon. Zuniga does get the loss after 5 1/3, giving up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, and 2 home runs. Nash only goes 2 innings, but he pitched decent. 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 home run. It struck out 2. Finley comes in, does fine. 1 2/3, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. East gets the win. 2 1/3, 1 hit, and 4 strikeouts. He had a really great performance to close out this game. So it goes Pippa Noggin, then Rodney Check, then Jesse Flubel, the Yin All-Star sweep. And that is year 2 All-Star game. What we typically like to do is to go in to the teams and talk about the All-Star performances or the success of these teams. We'll start with the Yang All-Stars. Players that did not get a chance to appear in this game include June Mina from the Foresters. She had a .326 batting average, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, and 4 doubles. You remember her from the Tundras in Season 1. She had a big coming out party in Season 2. We have Silas Peichel was your DH. We have Nico Copeland. He played for the War Wagons this season, batted .349, 932 OPS, only 1 home run and 5 RBIs, but 2 stolen bases and 4 doubles, counting for 22 total bases for Copeland. And lastly, Finley Curtis from the Cutters had an 1139 OPS with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs this season. Pitching-wise, you have Emmy Dixon. Then you have Ellen Booth from the Tundras. She had a decent year. You remember, she pitched pretty well despite being overworked. 3.24 ERA, a .96 WHIP, and 15 strikeouts in 16 2/3 innings. Next is Ashlyn Fry, a former Tundra pitcher as well, from the Colossus this year. Had a .230 ERA, a 1.02 WHIP, and 18 strikeouts in 15 2/3 innings. Vern Friendly from the Chompers, 11 strikeouts and a 1.37 WHIP with a 1.76 ERA this year in 15+ innings. Horse Mustard from the Foresters made it into the top 10 this year at number 10 at a 1.23 ERA, a .68 WHIP, and 18 strikeouts in 14 2/3 innings. So great year for him. Lloyd Gillespie from the Cutters had a 2.31 ERA, a 1.11 WHIP, and 13 strikeouts in 11 2/3 innings. We have Bailey Rosario. She was actually number 2 in the top 10, so she was the second best player in the league this year. She had 1 complete game in her 19 innings pitched. She threw 20 strikeouts. She had a .95 ERA and a .84 WHIP. A great year for her for the Rakers. And we have Zuniga, who we already talked about. Not a great outing for him. Mike Pollard from the Burners pitched a .284 ERA, a .95 WHIP, and 14 strikeouts. He had 1 complete game shutout in 19 innings. And lastly is Elliot Serrano. He pitched for the War Wagons and ended up number 6 in the top 10 at a 1.23 ERA, a .68 WHIP, and 21 strikeouts with 1 complete game and 22 innings pitched. So that is your Yang All-Stars. For the Yin All-Stars, we'll talk about a couple of players that that did not get a chance to shine in this game. We talked about Royal Finley, right? Yeah, from the Torpedoes. No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. Anyway, .297 batting average with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs this year for the Torpedoes. We have Wilder Black. He played for the Woodsmiths this year at a .348 batting average, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, 5 doubles, and 1 stolen base this season. And then Chico O'Brien played for the Swordfish, had a .333 batting average, a .937 OPS, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. He had 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 stolen bases this year. So a lot of production from him in a variety of different ways. Then pitching-wise, in addition to Nash, who we saw, there's Piper Gentry, pitched for the Nocturtles, at a .203 ERA, had 18 strikeouts in 13 1/3 innings pitched. There's Fox Macho Man. Look at those sideburns. Holy moly. Fox Nacho Man from the Streamliners had a .204 ERA, had 15 strikeouts in 17 2/3 innings pitched. There's Norbert O'Neill. He played for the Rushes, a 1.26 ERA, a .63 WHIP, 12 strikeouts and 2 saves in his 14 1/3 innings. There's Happy Hudson from the Platypi. had 1 complete game shutout, 16 and a third innings pitched with a 2.20 ERA and a .98 WHIP. Tyson Blackburn played for the Swampers this year, had a .96 WHIP, 17 strikeouts, had 2 complete games and 1 shutout, and 17 and 2/3 innings. Sadie Wolf from the Torpedoes, a 1.84 ERA, a 1.09 WHIP, and 10 strikeouts and 14 and 2/3 innings. We talked about Reef Finley. Is he related to Royal? Where you at, Royal? No, they are not related. Reef Finley had a decent outing. Erstwhile East had a really solid outing. Worry Costa did not get a chance to show. She was actually another former Tundra that made it to the All-Star game. She played for the Swoops this year, was number 9 in the top 10. Had a 1.45 ERA, a 1.91 WHIP, 203 batting average, and 19 strikeouts in 18 and 2/3 innings pitched. So great year for her in her second season, this time with the Swoops. I'm actually curious. I'm going to go back to our franchise really quick before we finish up. And I wanted to check because in season 1, there was one player that made it in the top 10 that ended up getting dropped. Adriel Colbert. How'd she do in season 2? Or how did he do in season 2? He played for the Swoops. A decent year. 3.68 ERA, a 1.18 WHIP, and 17 strikeouts. So not too, I guess, pretty good. 2 complete games, 1 shutout. So decent season for him, but not as good as Worry Costa this year. But I was just curious because Colbert did not get a chance to appear in the All-Star game in season 1 because he did not get represented by a team since he was dropped early. I don't know if anybody feels any certain way about how that gets approached, but season 2 is in the books. So what that means is we are heading to the playoffs. We have gone through the season. We've gone through the league leaders. We've gone through the All-Star game. Now it's time to get the playoffs started. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket before we finish things off. So the Tundras do make it to the playoffs. We will be facing off against the Rakers this season in our first round. Chompers will be facing off against the Firebirds. On the other side, it's going to be Torpedoes versus Swampers and Rushes versus Swoops in the playoffs. So we'll see next time out how the Tundras hold up after a couple of late additions and a long winning streak there to end the season. We'll see if that is something they can build off of or if they've lost some momentum shifting into the playoffs. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have a favorite player from the All-Star team. Let me know if you have any thoughts or feedback on how I structure these All-Star game videos. Would love to hear any ideas that you have on how we could improve them or make some adjustments for future videos. We'll talk to you all next time. If you have not done so already, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. And if you have any ideas for this series or any future series you'd like to see, would love to hear that in the comments section below. Thank you so much. We have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.